Payday 2 gameplay because yes. I mean, you know, I'm probably gonna suck because I haven't even played it since May, but you know, I'll use it, and now give me all your PayPal money. What's up, gamers? It's your favorite YouTuber, Rageface Studios here, and you know, today we're gonna be talking about the kindest person on earth, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres, sorry. Because you know, recently she's done a lot of bad stuff which people don't like. But you know, she has that crappy daytime show with moms watch when they have nothing to do in life, and kids watch if they have some like a famous trendy celebrity on there. And her entire brand is, you know, be kind, but nobody thinks that she's being kind anymore, even though they used to. You know, everyone is big mad at Ellen for loads of different stuff. Like, you know, firstly there's that episode where he purposely set up like a free merch stand where anyone could take one free merch item, and you know, someone took two. They made some like a crappy excuse, and then Ellen singles them out and puts them on this chair, and everyone's saying she shouldn't have done that because someone worth $300 million is literally embarrassing someone worldwide because the clip is on YouTube because they're triggered over a $20 cap. I mean, you know, hell yeah, I'm not even worth like $20. Our YouTube ad revenue is very good right now. So yeah, you know, there's also other stuff like this Twitter thread which came out like a few months ago, and you know, people started sharing their stories about everything, and then this person donated to a food bank for every story about Ellen. And there were some beautiful ones such as that you had to chew gum before you ever spoke to Ellen, and if she didn't like your smell, you had to go home and shower. Okay, hell yeah. There's even more stuff like the fact that during the coronavirus, when they were filming the show, the staff basically told their workers nothing about their job for over a month, and when Ellen's staff did actually contact all the workers, their pay got dropped by 60% and they were replaced by a non-union crew, and only 4 of the regular staff actually work on the show right now. And then, you know, I get this in my recommended tweet section yesterday. Ellen DeGeneres reportedly wants to end her show. And then I was like, why the hell does Ellen want to end her show? And then, you know, basically it turns out that she's been exposed by the greatest company of all time, you know, a freaking Buzzfeed. Yes, you know, it might come as a surprise for the entire world, but you know, Buzzfeed actually does produce more than cringy feminist videos we saw in 2016. And they wrote an article titled, "Former employees say that Ellen's Be Kind talk show mantra masks a toxic work culture. If Ellen wants to have her show and have her name on the show title, she needs to be more involved to see what's going on." I mean, honestly, you know, how could anyone trust Ellen in the first place? I mean, you know, you should have all seen it coming when she said she was the kindest person ever. You know, I'm the kindest person ever, so you know, that's the first lie she's told. One former employee told BuzzFeed News that Be Kind bull only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show. I know they give money to people and help them out, but it's all for show. And then they detail a lot of stories about what happens at the Ellen show. Let me just read some. After working on the Ellen show for nearly a year, one former employee said that they took medical leave for 1 month to check into a mental hospital for a game-ending attempt. But the week where they returned back to work, they were told that their position was being eliminated, so they got fired. I mean, clearly this isn't a 1000 IQ way to treat your staff. Yeah, you know, they're going through a stressful time in their life, so you know, what are we gonna do? We're gonna cause them even more stress and take away their job, which is the only way that they make money. Oh yeah, it's just a 1000 IQ from Warner Bros. You know, a company only worth like billions of dollars. They clearly couldn't afford to keep a one employee on. The employee wrote, "You'd think that if someone just tried to kill themselves, you wouldn't want to add any more stress to their lives." And their story was also proven with 4 other employees like witness statements and medical records. Some of the producers talk openly about addiction and their mental health awareness in public, but they're the reason why there's a stigma. They definitely don't practice what they preach with a Be Kind mantra. One employee got fired for posting a selfie laughing with co-workers at the office on a personal Instagram story, a violation of their contract. Even though others had posted similar photos with, wait, what? If you take a picture at the Warner Bros offices, that's a violation of contract. What freaking rules do they have there? Apparently, you know, there's also a bunch of stuff about racism which I'm not gonna freaking read. And there's also stuff like this. There's a division between staff members who work on the show, people who drink the Kool-Aid and are well liked by producers, or people who recognize the toxic work environment. Those who push back against senior producers don't have their contracts renewed. And apparently people who don't complain get stuff like new iPhones, JetBlue gift cards and other swag that their sponsors give them. And some employees said when people got fired, the team wouldn't address it, and you know, they just freaking disappeared like magic. Hell yeah, Harry Potter. Actually, thinking about it, Warner Bros owns Harry Potter, so who knows, you know, it might be some product placement. I mean, that's basically half a show. Actually, you know, that's a fucking entire show. They give out a bunch of brands, bring on celebrities who are there to promote TV shows. This is 1000 IQ. Yeah, you know, after this Buzzfeed article came out, people were very big mad at the news. So firstly, one of the executive producers for the show was fired because of everything that happened. And Ellen also decides to blame others in her statement. She writes, "I've not been able to stay on top of everything and relied on others to do their jobs as they knew I'd want them done. Clearly some didn't." That is 1000 IQ. Now, you know, apparently her show is being investigated by WarnerMedia, you know, the company who owns a Warner Bros and stuff. Like hell yeah. And you know, I love how picture in the article is a product placement for Finding Dory because she was the voice of one of the characters in it. Jeez, how much product placement do they have in this show? And you know, on that note, the video that you are watching right now is sponsored by Dashlane. As you know, during the coronavirus period, we have had to do loads of things online, such as take part in voice chats. Everyone wants to end in like 2 seconds. They pay for face masks sourced from China so we'll be able to go outside. But you know, you need a secure password for like every single site in the world, because you never know if you use your Roblox password from 25 years ago that was hacked around 250,000 times and use that on your Amazon account. You never know. Bill Gates might jump out of a fucking helicopter and I'll stop now. Was I convincing enough? Go to dashlane.com/rageface which doesn't exist. You know, a very good sponsorship. Look, I really needed the watch time, I'm sorry. But yeah, you know, and now she's actually getting freaking investigated by Warner Brothers for all the stuff that she's done. But not just technically her, but all of her staff. You know, they're saying that they can't just fire Ellen because of a contract that they signed, and it will be a big legal issue to just like freaking kick her out. The thing that's strange is, you know, every time someone asks them for comments, they're like, no, we are not going to comment on the situation right now. And, you know, I don't know what that's meant to signify, but okay. Yeah, you know, I guess that's the end of a freaking video. And in conclusion, Ellen does not know how to run a freaking show properly, and she is not in fact the kind person who she says she is in like every single freaking show, even though she thinks that she's running freaking Kind University. And yeah, you know, before I end this epic video, you know, I'll just read this article. Ellen staff told Australian producer of like this breakfast show called Today he could not look at Ellen before it. Okay, Neil Breen shared this. "I want to tell you my experience. When Ellen came to Australia to do her show in 2013, I was executive producer of the Today show. She was meant to co-host the show, but her team said that she'd only be able to do an interview." Breen said that the change of plans caused him to have to take the Today show from Sydney to Melbourne at the breakfast show's expense. Ellen agreed to be interviewed by Richard Wilkins. When Breen and Wilkins got to the flashy hotels where the interview was set up, they were met by a lot of people from the show. There were a lot of producers that adding that her staff had control over everything in the interview. Okay, the producers called us aside and said, "Okay, this is how it's gonna work here this morning. Now, Neil, no one is to talk to Ellen. You don't talk to her, you don't approach her, you don't look at her." The producer said that Ellen will come in, she'll sit down, she'll talk to Richard, and then she'll leave. I'm not blaming Ellen because I didn't get to talk to her. I wasn't allowed to, so I don't know if she's a nice person or not. No, based on the evidence, I would say that she's not. And of course, you know, it's not an article about Ellen without them saying, "We reached out to Ellen for comments, but we did not receive a response." Okay, hell yeah, you know, now I have enough audio to make a 10-minute video of a freaking millionaire being a big doo-doo head. You know, you can just join the Epic Rageface Studios Discord, follow all my social media, 400,000 likes, and I take over the Ellen show because I'm the kindest person ever. And you know, bye.
Some red flags. Here's a picture of the colorist that I used.
I know she likes you better when I'm sober. I don't wanna be alone, no, I just wanna hold